start recording. So if everything is ready, okay, then see here guys, this is the URL we need to type. Finally, this is our goal. Okay, whenever we see okay, if you hit like this, if you hit URL, if you hit this URL in your browser, then you have to see this kind of information, this kind of page you have to see. Okay, this is final output. This is what we have to understand. This is going to show, see here guys, different REST services. This is also one REST service, and this is get method. Okay, and then okay, so there are so many things. Okay, here only there are so many things, right? So yeah, let's see here guys. This is okay, get method, this is delete method, this is also get method. All these are REST services related to, okay, procat. Okay, related to procat. Okay, and then coming to here, pro farmer. Okay, related to pro farmer. Okay, so this is a bit farmer. Okay, kind of thing to save the details of farmers. Okay, this REST service is designed just for simple REST services we have. Okay, we need to know how to deal with REST services, meaning that we are not into development of REST services right now. Now we have to understand what are the REST services and how to work with those REST services. Okay, this is what we need to understand now. Okay, if I say, okay, all, okay, this is all, this is delete, this is save, and etc. things will be available. And then whenever you say grade controller, item controller, type controller, okay, all these different types of categories are there. Each category contains number of REST services. Probably 5 REST services will be there in every category. Okay, now these are the final, okay, output that you have to see in your, okay, in your local mission. Okay, so in your local mission, so that, okay, yeah, along with this, okay, we need to understand in the, okay, in the bottom of the screen, in the bottom of the screen, you can see a tab called models. Okay, if you open that model, you can see what are the different models available. Somebody open the mic. Okay, let me mute all. Okay, whenever you say this, mute all. Okay, coming to here, these are the models. Models means it's a kind of JSON objects. Okay, so we are going to receive this kind of JSON object. Okay, this is also one JSON object, this is also JSON object. Okay, what kind of JSON objects that we have used in the REST services, just we have seen above, right? Okay, these are the categories of REST services, right? Okay, all these categories of REST services, using which JSON objects means these are the JSON objects. See here, procat, proformer. This proformer contains key and values, keys. Okay, these are the structure of the, okay, these are the structure of the JSON objects. So ID, name, phone, okay, WhatsApp, something like this. Okay, ID, name is one another, and product item is there. Okay, this is going to be the product item. Which product is, okay, produced by farmer. Okay, so what type of okay, product he's, okay, farming something, what type of product he is making. Okay, such kind of products. And then this is related to product type, and then this is related to, okay, Tarian types. Okay, Tarian means whether this product is related to vegetarian or okay, non-vegetarian or eggetarian or something. What are the different types of Tarians are there, right? Okay, okay, these kind of, okay, things are available. These are the models. Okay, this can be called as JSON object. So using this Swagger, okay, this is a documentation for the REST services. Documentation is something like this helps us to understand what are the REST services are available, what are the REST services are available, how to deal with those REST services. Okay, how to access the REST services, and the information to access the REST services, okay, will be available in this documentation. The documentation is going to be provided the Swagger UI. Okay, you don't need to worry about how it is going to come. Now we need to, okay, understand as a, we are the consumers, meaning that as of now we are the consumers. Of course, going forward we are going to become producers of this okay, REST services, meaning that we are going to develop these REST services, then we are going to become producer developers. Now we are trying to use the REST services, when we are trying to use the REST services, then that can be called as consuming. Okay, consuming the REST services. Okay, okay, right now we have to consume the REST services. To consume the REST services which are already developed, okay, so now we are into clients for this REST services. Okay, our application, which application? Our UI application is the consumer client. Okay, you can call it like consumer application of REST services. These are the REST services. Our application is consumer application. Another one is, okay, another vocabulary we can say like okay, customer. Okay, customer for the REST services. Okay, client for the REST services. Okay, client. Okay, client application. Yeah, our REST application is client application. Also, before integrating these REST services, before calling these REST services from UI, I would like to test it from another tool. The tool is, okay, what is that? This is Postman. This is one of the tool, okay, to test REST services which are running. Okay, you can test it. Okay, you may test all these things. And one another point that you need to remember is Postman is not only the one application. You have multiple tools like Postman. Okay, one another example is ARC, means advanced REST client. Okay, that is also one of the tool. You can use that also, but here Postman is popular one. Okay, yeah, more or less everything is same. Okay, any tool is almost similar, identical, no problem. Okay, almost they are same. Okay, you don't need to worry about okay, so if I use Postman, what should happen if other people use okay, another tool? Okay, no problem. If you know one tool, then easily you can understand by looking at once. You can understand any tool also. Okay, it is like, okay, before integrating any REST service as a consumers, okay, we are the consumers, right? Okay, right now we are acting like a consumers as a consumer developer. Okay, so when we are using the REST services, we should test the REST service. To test the REST service, this tool is going to be helpful a lot. Testing means what? Okay, calling a REST service, and okay, what kind of data we are getting. Expected data is coming, non-expected data is coming. So if that REST service is working fine, then what you can do, you can go to your okay, UI application, and then you can call this REST service from the UI application, and you can get the data from REST service. Okay, and then whatever data you are getting into your application, into your web application, into your front end application, into your okay, Angular application, can be displayed. The data is received into your front end application, can be displayed. The data can be displayed in a table format, or a drop down format, or a okay, cards. Okay, you can see cards, right? We have displayed cards, we have displayed tables, we have displayed menus, we have displayed okay, some kind of drop downs of forms. Okay, we have worked with different types of UI elements. Okay, you can use your data, okay, wherever you want, in which component you want to display, you can do that. And then okay, so even you can receive the data from the user, and then you can send the data to the backend using the REST service again. If you want to send the data to the backend, means REST service. If you want to call the backend means REST service. Okay, try to recognize and remember the vocabulary that I'm using. Okay, so sometimes I use backend, sometimes I use REST service. Okay, both are same. Okay, sometimes I'm going to say something URL, I'm going to hit the URL. That URL may be related to REST service. Okay, you have to, these are the synonyms, okay, related to this okay, concept. Okay, so even you need to okay, use this kind of vocabulary in the interviews, as well as okay, in the company once you get job. So okay, you can communicate the information in the client meetings or scrum meetings. The same things you need to use. Okay, that's why try to okay, note down the vocabulary that I am using, and then try to use it okay, from your end. Okay, coming to here again. So this is URL. What is this URL, guys? One of the URL. Okay, how can I know this URL to test? Okay, I went to here Swagger. If I go to the Swagger, Yeah, let's look at it, guys. Okay, if Swagger is this one, what is this controller, right? I'm going to say, yeah, let's look at it. If I click on this, you can get it, this kind of information. Even here, from here itself, you can test it, guys. Yeah, you can test it. Seriously, you can test it. Okay, try it out and then say, okay, you need to provide some value for ID. Okay, so one, execute it. Okay, so this is fine. Okay, we'll do it. Okay, we can see it later. Okay, how to call this from, okay, how to call these things from this Swagger. Okay, first of all, don't call anything from the Swagger. Don't okay, okay, yeah. So once again, yeah, you see here, guys, product category, right? Yeah, copy this product category, and then this flower brackets indicates you need to provide some value. This can be called as path variable. You have to provide the path variable and take it here, no path variable, directly calling this, okay, product slash all. Now your REST service is okay running. Your REST services is okay running. Okay, localhost 8080. Got it, guys? Localhost 8080. Now whenever you see this localhost 8080, okay, from here what you can say, yeah, okay, not from here. Okay, yeah, so this is okay. I have copy pasted, right? This is a product cast slash all. I got it from where? I got it from Swagger URL. If you have Swagger URL with you, then you can call this information. Of course, the response, you have to check the response always. Okay, don't forget checking the response status. Why? Because based on the response status, our program needs to react. If we get okay something 400 or 500, then you need to display some error message to the user based on this error status code. Okay, this can be response code or status code. Okay, if it is 200 or something else, okay, so 200 related success message, then we have to read the data. Of course, success but no data is available from the backend. Why? Because this the database is very fresh. Okay, so just tables schema is available in the database, no other data. So that what I want to do is another okay URL needs to be used to save the data. Okay, so yeah, I need to use another REST service to save the data. So let us go to, first of all, for saving. Okay, for saving, yeah, post. Okay, what is this, guys? This can be called as post. See here, guys, post is there. What is this? This is going to be product cat dot save. Product cat dot save. So this is going to be save. Okay, this is a REST service. Okay, this is going to be the REST service. See here, guys, localhost 8080 procat slash save. Okay, so now actually, um, my intention is I can deploy these REST services in the web and then I ask you to hit directly. But okay, so if we are going only web development, then okay, you don't need to worry about all these things. Of course, we are going to be like a back-end developers as well as front-end developers, meaning that full stack developers, right? That's why I am asking you people to install back-end application in your mission. Okay, so if you are not okay, so you are not, yeah, if I am teaching to the people who are only front end part, who are developing only front end part, then they don't need to install everything. Okay, they have to use this Swagger which is running in the web. They don't need to install anything in their mission. Okay, but now we are the full stack developers. That's why I'm asking you people to install okay, so REST services, and so that it will be helpful for you when we are developing REST services in the latter part of the course. After finishing Angular, then we can come to that. Okay, anyways, now coming to here, yeah, see here, guys, if I hit this save REST service directly, we are receiving 400 request, bad request, meaning that whenever you see this 400 message, okay, this is something like what, whatever data you are sending, whatever data you are sending is wrong data. So this REST service is expecting what kind of information? It is expecting some kind of data we need to provide. Okay, but in fact we are not sending that information. Let us go to the save. Okay, see this product cat dot save, and okay, so this REST service is expecting this object. See here guys, this is the JSON object it is expecting. Of course, when you are providing id is not mandatory. If you provide just inside the JSON, if you provide the name, that is sufficient. Okay, and then you can send this information to, okay, JSON. So that's why we are calling this REST service. And then we need to, okay, if I, yeah, you don't need to click on try it out or something. If you click something like this, it will be open. Okay, then for this save, what kind of data you need to provide? See here guys, body, request body, and response. What kind of response we are going to get? Okay, of course, if you hit, then it is going to give response. That's fine. Yeah, see here guys, you know what is this? This is an example value. Okay, how can we pass this information? Yeah, see here, take this data, take this JSON, copy this JSON, and coming to here and go to the body. Okay, where is this, where is this available? This is the body. Okay, this is going to be the body, and then provide your, okay, this is which body? Okay, check it out whether it is a request body or response body. So whenever you are sending the request also some kind of body, and then response is also having some body. Now we need to, okay, test, you know, this is going to be, okay, you can take like this. Okay, you can remove this information, and then you can provide this. See here guys, this is the body. Which body? Request body. This is the request. And then remember that what is the method I have to select? This service, this REST service, you know, related to post method. Okay, see here guys, where can you see this information? Again, Swagger. Go to the Swagger and check it out. This is, okay, post method. So you need to select the post, and then this is the URL, as well as this is the modal object you need to send. Okay, post means you are sending some information. Okay, we are sending this information. See here guys, instead of string, okay, what I want to provide, okay, see here guys, I want to provide proper data. So this is what, this is product category, right? Okay, product category may be like what kind of products that we can see. Product category, what are the information? Let us look at it guys. I just want to, this related to this project, what are the things available? Product cat, farmer, product, okay, product, product grade, okay, this is grade, product item, product type. Okay, and then this is what type of this one, product type. Okay, so what is a product category? Category may be like, you know, this is fruit, or okay, so maybe you can take such kind of things. Okay, we may use, is this fruit, or this is vegetable, or this is any grain or grains, or okay, such kind of information. Maybe like I'm going to provide one type, fruit, the type is fruit. Okay, so types, I want to enter the types, and then I don't need to provide ID value. Okay, because the ID is going to be generated automatically, and then hit the send URL. Okay, now I'm expecting 200 or 201. Yeah, come down. Yes, 201. 201 indicates creation something. If you create any resource means the data. If you are, okay, sending any resource, okay, if you are sending any data, that can be called as resource. If resource is created, then the indication is 201. Okay, fine, the resource is fine. Yeah, see here what kind of information is available here. ID equal to 14. ID can be anything, you don't need to worry about 1 2 3. It may not be in sequence, but make sure that these IDs are, yeah, of course, but you know, we are going to get IDs, like unique IDs we are going to get. That's it. Okay, don't worry about the sequence is not there, and then it is not started with 1. Okay, why? Because we are not going to show any IDs to the user. Okay, we are going to use the IDs programmatic purpose only, so that IDs can be anything. Okay, that's it. IDs can be anything. Let it be which ID has created and all. Okay, now I have created one. Again, I want to provide, okay, vegetable and hit it. Okay, so again I have to see 201. Okay, two things I have created, right? Now let's come to here. I want to see the, okay, I want to see how many categories available in the database, so that what are the REST services are available. You go here, category, again for category related, get all. Okay, I want to call get all. What is the method? Get method. And then go here, and then you can select, okay, again, yeah, here what you can do, you can take another tab, you can take another tab, and then you can take get method. Okay, you can provide this one. Oh, this is not, okay, let it be. Okay, what is from here itself, product cat, product cat all. Okay, product cat all, get method, and then click on send. You don't need to send any data. Okay, this is previous body, don't worry about this data. We are not sending any data, and method is get method. Click on send method. Okay, sending response. Okay, come down. Yes, this is a 200. See here guys, this is the response available. All means multiple okay, this is multiple resources we are going to get. This resources, maybe this is one JSON, one resource, and this is another resource. These two objects, resource means object here. Okay, ID 14, name equal to fruit, and the name is vegetable. Okay, and then the types I have provided here, that's it. I just has provided this one. All right, okay, right. So and then the array. Okay, what is this information guys? These two things are available in the array. These two things are available in the array. Fine. Okay, so this is how we need to create the objects. We need to create the objects. Okay, we need to create uh, okay, we are getting this information. Fine. Okay, this is how we need to call the REST services, and we need to get the data. Fine. Next, the next question is how it is working. How it is working? How Swagger came? Okay, directly if I call 8080 Swagger, your mission is not going to work. In the backend, we need to run the application. We need to run some kind of server. Like how you are going to run your UI part, the same way you have to run something in the, okay, some code, some applications should be, okay, run in the backend. Okay, to do so, we have to run one application. Okay, see here guys, we have to run, yeah, we have to start the application. Start the application code I'm going to give you. Okay, first coding, I mean project. Okay, I'm going to give you one project. Okay, to run the project, okay, we need a setup. Okay, okay, project is required, tools required to run the project. To run the project, okay, your system should be set up with the, okay, setup required. Related to setup, okay, project. Okay, to run the project, project setup is required. To set up the project, what are the things required? MySQL is required, and then Java is required. Java 1.8. Okay, okay, now next we need to run, we need to have Maven. Okay, we need to have Maven. So these are the things required guys, that's it. Okay, if you know, if you install these things, then okay, you can set up your project. The only one project, okay, the only one thing left with your mission is, I guess, Maven only. You have MySQL in your mission, you have Java 1.8 is also in your mission, and then okay, tools are nothing but what, okay, so tools is nothing but just I'm talking about Postman, that's it. And then project I'm going to give you. Okay, so if this setup is available, then you can run your project. Okay, you can run your project. Okay, yeah. All right. So now when you see this information, okay, when you see this information project, this is going to be the project, right? Okay. Yeah, related to this project, what are the things required? Okay, I'm going to tell you guys. First of all, I'm going to give you the code, and then before that, so how to install Maven? Okay, so you have everybody having MySQL, right? So can you please confirm me MySQL 8? Okay, MySQL 8 is ready, right? Okay, just I'm asking you. Okay, please tell me, guys. Yeah, yes. And Java is obviously Java will be there. Okay, and then okay, Maven is not there, right? Yes, I will tell you. So few members may have Maven also. So I think JFS2, JFS2 batch, JFS1, everything already they have everything. Okay, but JFS2, Maven is also available. Is it right? Okay, I will guide you through how to install Maven. So first of all, I'm going to give you one by one. I'm going to tell you guys. So first we are going to set up with the Maven. So and then I guess you people have already installed the Postman. Okay, can you please tell me about Postman? Have you done with your Postman? Okay, yeah. Okay, yes, good, good. Yes, super. Okay, that's it. Yeah, great. Now let us. Okay, of course. I'm going to give you the project. Before giving the project, first I'm going to give. I'm going to tell you how to work with the Maven. So how to install the Maven? This is very simple. Two steps over. That's it. You can go to your website. You can go to your Google and then say Maven. Maven. One second. Yeah. So go to Maven download. Just Maven download. Okay. Go to Maven. Go to Maven. This is a Maven project. See here, guys. If you want to install Maven depends on Java, of course. Of course, your machine having Java, no problem. And let us look at it, guys. You can download. Okay, so here, if you come down, you can see here. If you come to here and then Maven download. Okay, this is the checkout. Whether you have selected this one. Okay, download Maven, Apache Maven. Okay, coming to here. These are the list of files. Okay, that you can download. Okay, you can download anything. Okay, but based on okay, the type of file you have to work on. Okay, yeah, we need to, okay, we need binary version, that's all. Any binary versions. Okay, so source version means source code. If you want to, okay, implement anything on top of the Maven, then you need source code, and you need to open the source code, and you need to write your own code on the Maven. However, you don't need to worry about Maven uh, extensions and all those things. You don't need to worry. You have to, because this is open source, that's why they are going to provide a code for you also how it has developed, but we need to use it. That's it. I don't want to extend all those things to use Maven. Okay, binary versions, not only this one. Anywhere, if you want to download anything, if you want to use it, just download binary, that's it. Okay, then binary versions, we have to select the binary versions again. You can select binary version zip file. Okay, you can select Apache Maven. Okay, so bin.zip file. This tar file and all is used for okay, so Linux missions and Mac missions, but Windows mission, this is going to be useful. Okay, this is going to be useful for us. Okay, let's see here, guys. The this one you can take like this. Okay, this one, and click on this, download it. Okay, if you click on it, it is going to be get downloaded. Okay, so maybe, yeah, please do along with me, guys. Download it. Okay, the next step is, okay, the next step is next, immediate next step is, okay, after downloading it, okay, so okay, it will be downloaded in downloads, right? You can go to the downloads, you can see, okay, you can see this one, you can see this zip file. And what you can do is you can, okay, so don't keep this inside the downloads. Why? Because if you feel, okay, downloaded, there are so many downloaded files are available in the downloads files. Going forward, in the future, if you feel this, okay, there are so many download unnecessary files are there, if you delete it, this Maven is going to delete it. So that's why if we keep this, okay, file, and then if we keep this okay, software separately, okay, that kind of that kind of cleaning operation is not going to affect our okay, Maven software. So I suggest, okay, so okay, copy this or cut this zip file, and then save into another folder other than C folder. If you have any other drive other than C, if you have only C, that's fine. If you have any other folder, if you have any other drive, go to there, okay, go to there in the E. Okay, I'm going to take, normally I'm going to maintain softwares folder. Okay, I'm going to maintain actually softwares. I'm going to maintain a software folder, okay, in E drive. Here I have copied it, and then what I need to do is, okay, copy paste in okay, separate folder. Zip file I have copied. Next, unzip it. I just want to extract it. Okay, say extract to this one, extract to this one. Next, once extracted, okay, what kind of folder I have seen now? See here, guys, Apache. I have downloaded, this one, right? Okay, this is a folder. Okay, this is a folder, you can see. Got it? Yeah. Now, until now, okay, the next step is set environment variable. Set setting setting environment variable. Okay, setting environment variable. Okay, and Java home. Okay, Java home. Okay, we need to do two steps now. Okay, if you set these two steps, our system is going to get ready with okay, get ready for running the application. Okay, I'm going to give you the project, you can run the project. Okay, that's fine. Of course, while running the project, okay, so we have to do some commands. I'm going to tell you those commands, guys, don't worry about it. Now, setting environment. Okay, so what is this? Setting environment variable and the Java home. Whenever you see this, this is going to be something like what? Java home, and then setting environment variable here. And one another information that I need to okay, tell you people here is, okay, setting environment variable and Java home is going to be a simple step, but where we need to do these steps means, remember carefully, guys. Wherever you have extracted, go to that extracted. Okay, this is the extracted folder, right? So whenever you see this, this is going to be the extracted folder. If you click on again you can see this one. Okay, so generally it will be like this. If you open it again, you can see one folder. Again you click on this, you can see this. Now this can be called as Maven home. This is something like Maven home. It can be like Maven home. All right, this can be called as Maven home. Okay, so you need to copy this kind of Maven home. Okay, you need to copy this Maven home. Okay, and then you have to take this Maven home and okay, let, okay, first in these steps, for doing these steps, copy the Maven home. Maven home URL, Maven home path. So this is the path where your exactly you have copied into. And then make sure that if you take only this one, it is going to give you error. If you take only this one, this is going to give you error. It's not correct. You have to provide here. So until, okay, see here, this is something like wherever, yeah, you see this bin, boot, conf, lib, all these files are available, all these folders and files are available, right? Until then you need to select the folder path. You need to select this folder path. Okay, you need to select this folder path, and then you need to provide this kind of information. Okay, so this is the scenario, Maven home. This can be called as Maven home. And one more thing is, whenever you see Maven home, okay, this is Maven home, right? Okay, yeah, you just copy paste into somewhere in the notepad also. After copy paste, okay, doing copy paste, next you need to set this path. Okay, you need to set this path in the environment variables. Okay, where is that environment variables? Going to environment variables. Okay, how to go into environment variables? Okay, means, okay, right click on this PC. Okay, in the desktop you can see, right click on the PC. Okay, right click on the PC, and then properties, go to the properties. Okay, or the same step can be done in other place also. Okay, if you take PC, right click, right? Okay, I just okay, those steps in DevOps, it's enough. Yes, definitely, yes, that's fine. The same steps are you people have done in DevOps means that's fine. Okay, no problem. The people who didn't, okay, do it. Okay, for them, okay, please follow my instructions. Please follow my instructions. Okay, yeah. Now what I need to do is, you have to copy, yeah, you have, yeah, we have to go to the properties, system properties. To go to the system properties, even if you see here, okay, in the explorer, file explorer, you can see this PC. Right click on this PC also, go to the properties. Okay, go to the properties. Okay, first I want to tell you guys, go to, so environment variable. Okay, so environment variable, setting environment variable. So this PC, right click, properties. Okay, here after going to the properties, it will display, right? Here you click on advanced system settings. Click on advanced system settings. Okay, note down advanced system, advanced system settings. See, this is going to be, okay, this PC, properties, advanced system settings, advanced system settings. Okay, after going to the advanced system settings, okay, go to here. It will open system properties. It opens the system properties. In the system properties, again click on environment variables. Okay, click on environment variables. Okay, click on environment variables. After, okay, coming here, then click on environment variables. Okay, environment variables. Okay, after coming to here, yeah, where is that environment variables? Looking like what? This one. So we are, okay, yeah. Okay, so after coming to the environment variables, it is going to looks like this. Okay, this is environment variables. Okay, within the environment variables, you can see two things, guys. Remember that you can see two things. One is user variables. Okay, user variables. Another is system variables. Okay, focus on system variables. Okay, here you need to set two things. Okay, you need to, okay, first one is Java home. I will tell you how to set Java home, and then Maven path. Okay, so now here, after coming to this location, we have select the path. Okay, in the system variables. Okay, so I'm going to note it down, this part also. I'm going to, okay, so here two steps we have to do. Okay, step one, okay, Maven path. Okay, Maven path, step one, Maven path. Okay, how to do it? Step two is oh, Java home. Java underscore home. Okay, 2 steps I need to follow. Okay, fine. Okay, to do so, first focus on this one. Okay, to do that, okay, so I have to do something. I'm going to do it. So can you please first come to this environment variables, guys, everybody? Please come to here. Okay, open the environment variables. Open the environment variables so that I will show you those steps, immediately after that. Okay, go to the system variables. Okay, yeah, within the system variables. Okay, don't go to the user variables. System variables. Okay, what is system variables? Look at this. Look at the screen. Where is the screen available? Okay, this is the, in the environment variables, there are two things are there. Again, I'm showing you guys. This is user variables. This is system variables. Okay, I'm telling in the system variables, come to the system variables and, you click on the path. Okay, double click on the path. When you double click on the path, okay, you can open like this. Okay, you can open like this. And then if your machine is Windows 7 or Windows 8 something, this view may be different. Okay, the view may be different. Okay, yeah, if this is a view, okay, don't do anything here. Okay, don't do anything here, guys. I will tell you now for Windows 10 or sometimes Windows 8 also, I guess. Okay, the same view will be there. Now what you need to do is check, is there already Maven path already provided or not. Check it out. See here, Maven path. So whatever we have copied the Maven home, right? Okay, so here, yeah, let's look at it, guys. Here we have provided Maven path. So here bin is important here. Okay, you need to copy, yeah, until here. Now we have copied only Maven home, right? So within the Maven home, you can see you need to provide Maven path, means you need to provide /bin, meaning that inside this folder there will be a another folder called bin folder is there. So inside the bin folder, okay, until the bin folder, you have to copy this and then you have to paste it. You have to provide it here. To provide it here, okay, actually I have provided it. Okay, so for what you need to do is click on new and then, yeah, it open like this and then copy paste like this, guys. Okay, and then click on OK. Click on OK, OK, something. You have to provide. Now I'm going to close it. Why? Because it's already there. Yeah. Now, yeah, can you please okay, do this step, guys. Yeah, please do this step. Okay, so how to do it, I'm going to show you. In the system variables, double click on the path. It will open edit environment variables. Inside the edit environment variables, check already Maven path is already available. If it is already available, check whatever you have. Where is your, okay, Maven path? Where is your Maven path? If the same location, no problem. Otherwise, what you can do is you can click on new. You can click on new and you can copy paste it. Or even though it is available, no problem. You can click on new, just copy it. Copy into this one. Okay, do this first. Do this step. After doing it, click on OK and click on OK and even click on OK. Yeah, while closing, don't cancel it anything. Just close OK. OK. All the windows you have to click OK to save your edits. All right. First, provide that. Okay, if the UI is different, environment edit environment variable is different, then I'm going to, okay, tell you guys. Okay, 1 second. I have to open the chat box. Okay, no problem. No. If already when you are doing it in the as part of DevOps, no problem. You can carry on with the same thing. You don't need to do all these steps. It's already done, right? Let it be same. Let it be same. You don't need to change anything. Okay, Java home. The same way, you click on okay, you go to environment variables. See here, guys, you have selected the home, right? And check for Java home, it's already there or not. If Java home is already there, no problem. If Java home is not there, then create here new, and it will open like this. You have to tell like underscore Java underscore home. Here you need to provide your Java, where your Java is available. Okay, see here guys, you have to copy like this. Don't provide program files Java JDK here, because this path is different from your path. Okay, in your mission Java may be in different folder or different okay subfolders. Okay, different version also. What you need to do is go to, yeah, first of all, before doing this step, okay, go to your okay program files, go to C folder, probably in the C you can go to program files, and then you can see Java. Okay, inside this Java select JDK. Okay, this is, you know, select JDK, this is Java home. Until here Java home, don't select bin here. Okay, you need to provide Java home, means the home should contains all these things. Okay, if you are taking path, then you have to take bin folder. Now we are talking about home, so it should be, the home should be, okay, containing all these values. Okay, now take the home. Okay, copy the home, and then coming to here, okay, then click on new, provide Java underscore home correctly, and then provide the copy paste this one and click on OK. Okay guys, do this step. Please do this step now. If already Java home is present, if Java home is present, you don't need to do this step also. Okay, you don't need to do this step also. Okay, click on OK and click on OK. So anywhere, click on OK here also. Now it is done guys. So that's how we can finish the second step now. If you have done it, just okay, let me know guys. Okay, still my voice is not clear. Okay, whatever steps that we have done, okay, whatever steps that we have done, to check whether the steps are perfectly done or not, okay, you can open any command prompt. Okay, check the command prompt. To open the command prompt, okay, so cmd, you see here guys, this is going to be something like cmd. Okay, here I'm going to say Maven, just say mvn hyphen, maybe like version. Say Maven hyphen version, just type this one, any folder. Okay, so this is going to give you some information. Okay, if you say any command not found, or okay, this kind of error message will be displayed, then meaning that this is not installed. If it is installed properly, then this kind of information is going to be displayed. Okay, this information is going to be displayed over here like this. Okay, yeah, check it out whether you have installed properly or not. Okay, meanwhile, if it is installed properly, go to MySQL and create one schema schema name. I'm going to tell you 1 second. The schema name may be like cust. Okay, create cust. Okay, so do it guys, create cust. Okay, schema name is cust. Okay, let it be. Once it is okay, this is the step required. Okay, if the step is done, then I will show you the commands. Okay, we need to issue the commands. Okay, see here guys, wherever your project is available. Okay, still it is taking some time. So now please confirm me that you have downloaded the project. what I sent through the WhatsApp, and then unzip, and then unzip into one location. Okay, that is the thing that you need to do it. Okay, that is the step that you need to do it. Okay, so if you have done it, then I'm going to show you the few commands. I will show you few commands to do the next steps. Okay, so go to project home, so and issue the commands. First issue the command mvn clean. Okay, mvn clean in one. Next mvn, okay, maybe like eclipse colon eclipse mvn. Next spring hyphen boot colon run. Execute these three commands. Okay, execute these three commands. So each command takes, okay, a lot of time to download the jar files, guys. Okay, when you are running these steps at very first time, it is going to download so many things. Like when you are creating your Angular project, it is going to take a long time, right? The same way this also going to download so many files. Okay, it takes a lot of time to download. Okay, you have to be patient, you have to be patient. Coming here, okay, so sorry guys, my connection is going and coming. Okay, no problem. Yeah, so let me pause these three commands to you people. Let me pause these three commands to you. Yeah, how can, which way I need to, yeah, I'll go into one by one command. Issue one by one command. Please execute these commands one by one. Yeah, I just have forwarded, these things. Yeah, please check your WhatsApp. You are going to receive these things in a while. I think, yeah, yeah, 1 second.